All right, guys, time to see what five stations I would run in Dallas. Originally, this was supposed to be maybe like New York or Houston next, but in light of the stupidity of what 98.7 is doing and 97.1, I gotta save them from themselves, from corporate suits. All right, time to check out what station I would own if I ran the Dallas radio stations. First, I would get 97.1. Out of Remember, this is five station. If I had a hypothetical cluster of five channels, 97.1 would be resurrected as the Eagle, active rock, playing rock music from the late 70s, 80s, and early mid 90s. Once again, not touching the 2000s. Maybe some of the early 2000s. 97.1 the Eagle, but yeah, I'll leave that for another station. So 97.1 the Eagle will return as active rock, as it should. And then I would buy 98.7. My God, it's pretty pathetic what has happened to 98.7. They are copying 100.3 Jack FM blatantly by renaming themselves The Spot. Also, to give the IP, whatever IP even stands for, initial purchase of K-Love to EMF, implying that EMF can now buy a Dallas station and make that a K-Love. Scary. I wonder if the Spot is a placeholder to rebrand 98.7 back to K-Love only for EMF to make it a Christian channel. So 97.1 would return as the Eagle as active rock. Uh, yeah, and then 98.7 would flip back to K-Love or a brand new station. I would call it Froggy 98.7 and flip it to oldies from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. That ought to differentiate things, shit, isn't it? So Froggy 98.7 would be a real golden oldie station and not just play the safe playlist stuff. It would have a wide variety. Remember, variety is the key to success. You need to take chances in the radio field. You need to not be complacent. As Mark Driscoll, late Mark Driscoll would say, don't be a wimpy wimp. Yeah. So 98.7 would be Froggy 98.7 as an oldie station from the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. Let me jump to 107.5. That would be the third station I would own. I would put Smooth Jazz back on it, the Oasis, KOAI. Smooth Jazz, the Oasis. Since that name wasn't tarnished, really, I can still call it the Oasis on 107.5. It'll be Smooth Jazz. It'll play smooth jazz from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Maybe some 70s jazz. I don't know. That's what I mean. Jazz was never really explored very much. That's why I don't know if there was a lot of smooth jazz songs in the 70s. We would find out if I owned one. I would go deep in the playlist. Yeah. 103.7 KVIL. um, Adult contemporary / yacht radio. 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Yacht radio on 103.7 KVIL. That's fourth. What was the fifth station? I would probably say my fifth station, since I made this video last minute, I didn't really plan this out for very long like it did with Austin. Plus, as you can see, I live in Austin, not in Dallas, so yeah. You can put two and two together. 102.1, The Edge would return with modern rock, with late 90s picking up where the Eagle left off. Where the Eagle would play music from the maybe mid late 70s to early 90s. 102.1 The Edge would play like the real late 80s in the 2000s and maybe early 2010s. So The Edge would return on 102.1. Those would be my five stations. Wow, this video was considerably shorter than the 9-minute video I made for Austin. So yeah, oldies would be on 98.7. Smooth jazz would be back on 107.5. The rock, let's see, active rock would return on 97.1. 103.7 would be KVIL. And what was the other one? There was another station. Put it down in the comment section because I have like a bit of Alzheimer's. I forget. I get so fired up I start forgetting stuff that I say. So in any case, yeah, 97.1, the Eagle would return. Active rock. 97 would be, of course, oldies. 102.1, the Edge would be modern rock, sort of. 103.7 would be KVIL. 107.5, KVIL would be yacht radio / adult contemporary. 107.5 would be, oh yeah, smooth jazz, because that's a thing that people want to ignore. You guys have a great day.